chat.
Hello, chat. I would like to watch a thing.
We are about to get started very shortly. There was a little bit of delay in the start, but
I will take blame for all of that delay. I had nothing to do with it, but I will still take the blame for all of it.
he's used to taking the blame.
Indeed. So we have this evening Orange and Rich, aka Clan Nutsy, aka I played Final Fantasy Tactics Advance and didn't bother to rename my clan, versus Team Corndog, which is Apathy Duck and a real cutie. I love corn dogs, so I'm gonna root for them.
Well, I guess in that instance, then I have to root for Clan Nutsy, right? Plus, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance has the good ability of still ability.
I mean, that's fair. But that's not the game we're talking about. In fact, that's neither of the games we're talking about. We're talking about Super Metroid and A Link to the Past, their randomizers somehow shoved into a single game cartridge in ways that I
hit by the blender a couple times.
And hit by the blender a few times. In ways I still don't understand because I don't understand things, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I see Orange has an orange timer, as does Apathy Duck. Is Apathy Duck just mocking Orange with orange?
Well, no, they're definitely two different timers, right? Because, like, one shows much more detailed information than the other does. And we're off.
We are off.
So let's see. We got 3 Vanilla Sprites, 1 Galactic Federation.
And
That's
1
my
palette
boy,
swap.
Clan Nutsy.
Or does the off-color ship just come with the Galactic Federation?
It comes with Galactic Federation.
Ah. Alright, so will we have 2 runners head down and 2 runners not? Or is everybody just going to head into LTTP? Nope.
Beauty heading down, Rich heading down. Okay.
Yeah. And we've got a couple of moonfalls.
We have a mushroom on the island. You hate to see that.
You really hate to see anything of import on the island. You would love to see the island. Ooh, that is a flute and sanctuary.
That's exciting.
I did not see what was at Link's house.
We should see that shortly. In the meantime, both of the top runners, that was a very quick map check.
We've got some bomb capacity on the morph pedestal.
Interesting. Apathy Duck not opting to go do a Houlihan. We'll see if that comes to bite him.
Looks like Orange is definitely going for the Houlihan. And power bombs in the Retro Bryn ceiling.
I would not keep that. I don't think that's worth it.
I don't either, but it looks like they don't agree and they're going to keep it. Or nope, maybe Rich isn't.
Rich and Orange probably had a discussion about keeping it and then decided not to.
Ooh, that is a hammer in the woods for Duck.
Early hammer.
Always nice to find an early weapon of some variety. You know, other than bombs, but bombs don't count.
It's true, bombs don't count. 50 rupees in the drop down. I should probably also swap over to full screen.
It'll probably help.
Double bomb drop for Orange. Very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Only going with 2 bombs, though. A little ambitious, in my opinion. Tree pull was less than good.
Rich picking up that flute and sank.
₹20 on race game. Don't see anyone going for that.
Now, though we may have some runners blind check it.
Was that a big 20 on library? That was so fast I couldn't really see.
I think it was.
Missiles in tavern.
AG and chat letting us know that it was PBs at Link's house.
Alright.
And Duck gonna buy some bombs.
Not a bad call.
No. That's the best way to guarantee you've got those early bombs.
Uncle
Oh.
with the vanilla sword.
Hot damn.
I expect we're going to see an escape play. 300 rupees in Chicken Hut.
Some supers in Uncle's chest. Definitely looks like Cutie is heading into the castle.
Yep. 100% makes sense.
Orange activating that flute. Let's see, we've got missiles, we've got more missiles.
Big 20.
Big 20. And more missiles.
And apparently there was a bottle somewhere that we missed. A heart piece on Sick Kid, so nothing too important.
Ooh, and a bow in the back of Blind's hut.
And powder. There could be something on that powder. We know where a hammer is.
Ooh, Chad is saying that the bottle was on the bottle vendor.
What is with this vanilla seed?
Alright, Duck doing a little bit longer of a check. It looked like Hera and Eastern were both crystals.
We got a small shield there. Flippers at the back of the well.
No fake flipper in today.
And
Just
a morph ball.
Gotta love to see that morph ball. Opens up just so much in Super Metroid in just that one item.
So we got a lot to work with here in Sphere Zero.
Yeah, morph ball, bow, hammer, flute. A sword.
Yeah.
This
So
is
the
one of
only
the more
real-
generous Sphere Zeros that I've seen.
Yeah. The only real new information we're going to get right now is on Cutie's side. That was bombs. So that means there could be something on Dark Cross. They don't have a key. If Apathy Duck chooses to, they could choose to steal one of the keys to
Right.
push towards the back. That is an option if you want to check the back out of logic.
Especially since you know what's at the front.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, right now we're just getting retreads. Rich picking up that morph ball. Orange heading into the woods. Has Clan Nutsy not found the hammer yet? I mean, if not, he's about to find it, but
I don't believe they did. I believe they both took the southern route, so neither of them have been up in the woods yet.
are we about to get the Houlihan out of Cutie? Looks like we are.
And for those of you that don't know, something interesting I learned since I signed up for this tournament, if you pay attention to the bottom of the screen, you can tell if your jumps off are going to work for your Houlihan. And in that instance, Cutie's screen wasn't slowly moving up, so that's why it didn't work.
Question in chat, yeah, ARC is a real cutie.
Yes.
Lumberjack ledge just looks like a heart piece.
And Cutie, unfortunately, missing the Houlihan, so is not going to be getting that bottle. Which, thankfully, they know there's nothing on bottle on Sick Kid that they need to worry about. It's just a nice safety to have.
Orange gonna go check Sahasha Sharasha Malala's closet.
Or Sage's Closet.
You know, that's much easier to say.
Isn't it, though?
We got a big 20,
missiles.
some
Energy
missiles,
tank at the dam,
and boots. This Sphere Zero is generous.
Very. And we see that Pod will be our green pendant today.
Our runners, of course, hoping they don't have to even look at Pod now. And hoping that the green pendant item is nothing of import. We've got supers outside the dam.
AG, we had this discussion. Our specialty is cursed seeds. We don't get nice things.
Just remember, if it's cursed for you, it's cursed for your opponent, too.
Alright, and getting a look at Eastern. At this point, I'll be honest, I have confidence that all these runners can do dark rooms. Especially Eastern dark rooms. Sword or not, it's pretty easy.
And Rich doing many Moldorms, so we're gonna get some more information here, which will be very nice.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got in mini Moldorm. Missiles, Spring Ball. Everybody loved that Spring Ball. And nothing else that matters. Spring Ball is the only thing that matters.
And big key at the hookshot chest. I don't know what it's actually called, but as far as I'm concerned, it's hookshot chest.
I'm certain it has a name, but couldn't tell you. Both of our top runners in Eastern, and our bottom runners doing other things. So, I mean, as much as a runner you would love to have a Sphere Zero like this that just hands you so much, there's got to be a little bit going on in the back of your mind. You're like, this is too much. There are so many places I can go now because they've handed me so much. And there's Charge at Ice Beam.
Wow. Interesting play we're seeing here from Cutie, opting to go down and farm bombs. I mean, I guess it made sense. They only had one bomb left.
True.
And yeah, like I said, both runners up top doing dark rooms. No surprise there. I'll be honest, I'd be a little surprised if they didn't opt to go ahead and just straight up finish the dungeon.
Absolutely. It's a crystal. They're going to have to finish it eventually anyway.
Yeah. Orange isn't worried about dying here. You can drop down. You can pick up a fairy.
Also, a note for anyone listening to Ashter in chat, the Howard the Duck theme song was written by Thomas Dolby of She Blinded Me with Science fame.
The more you know. Let's see how this dark room goes, because I definitely, for this one, much prefer to have a sword.
Absolutely, though everybody except Orange has a sword.
Yeah, not really sure what happened there. Apathy got the key. Orange had to reset the room, trying to hit the, what is it called? Igor?
Yeah.
Green one's the Igors?
Oh, are they both Igors and it's just green and red Igors?
I don't know. Either way.
Orange taking a death in the dark.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Yep, opting to leave. I respect that. You've got Morph Ball, you have Death Mountain access. You really need to go and chase that.
Alright, we were warned that the screen was going to go black for a minute.
Stand by, chat. We will be back momentarily.
And we appear to be back, maybe. Well, the screen's back, but it's frozen. I have no doubt that our that Lemmy Limswerg, Lemmy Limswerg is doing their best to get this up and rolling again. Oh, looks like we've got some activity again. Excellent. Also, it looks like at some point we got raided by SpeedGaming 3. Thank you, SpeedGaming 3, for the raid. I hope you enjoyed what I believe was Luigi's Mansion.
And welcome everyone to SMZ3 Co-op Tournament. The second match, technically, I guess.
The first one is still currently ongoing on SpeedGaming 1.
So how does that work? If this one finishes before that one, is this technically the first match then?
Wait, what did I pun? Am I behind on my puns? Do I need to reset chat?
Anyways, there's a dark room going on.
There is, and hopefully there are no deaths in this dark room.
The first one's simple enough. It's this one with the snakes. If you're gonna die anywhere in here, this is the one.
Absolutely.
And that was very clean.
And it looks like Apathy Duck is gonna take that Morph Ball and go play in Super Metroid for a while.
And a Master Sword in Dark Cross. It looks like orange did in fact steal a key. Oh, we see Varia on the desert ledge.
That's always nice. I mean,
Well,
just knowing where
it'd be
Varia...
better if it was in the cave.
True.
But, you know,
But knowing where Varia is very nice.
It's true.
Varia nice.
Small key, the map, and +5 arrows. That Master Sword, still valuable.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to have it to win the game. And there's the gravity suit at Beta Power Bombs there by Apathy Duck.
So, almost 16 minutes in, we know the location of both suits.
And Charge Beam.
And Charge Beam. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to sit here and say Baby Seed, except I am Baby Seed. Also, stand by, we'll get the runners synced up shortly.
Alpha Power Bombs. We have Power Bombs and Ether. And Cutie headed towards Hobo.
Not dying to the Archer, which they have flippers, so they can't die to the Archer. Well, you can.
Just the old-fashioned way.
That's the old-fashioned way.
And I couldn't tell if that was missiles or supers, but it was ammo of some variety.
Yeah. Ooh, very nice moonfall there from Duck.
And it looks like Rich had the shovel. I don't know where the shovel was found. It's very difficult paying attention to 4 runs at once. Ina, thank you, Link Force. Shout out to our tracker, Link Force.
Yep.
Has to pay better attention to this than we do.
20 rupees exposure, nothing fancy there. No E-tanks yet, worth noting.
Now, I think we've seen at least one. I think Duck just wasn't on the path for it. E-tank at the waterfall, there we go. Duck. Well, and Duck has a reserve tank. That's sort of like a bad E-tank, right?
You know, reserve tanks would be fine if they came full.
Yeah, they really would. And reserve tanks save lives.
It's true. In fact, the race I was in 30 minutes ago, give or take, I would have died had it not been for a reserve tank.
Cutie on Zora, and we have a Bloomerang for 500 rupees. That is
Not particularly happy about that.
It's not great. Great bang for your buck.
Yeah, there's definitely better things you would like to spend your money on.
Absolutely.
Alright, so it looks like Cutie... Actually, 2 E-Tanks. Interesting. Anyways, Cutie is, at this point, heading into Super Metroid. Not surprised.
Alright, we have a question in chat. How does 2v2 SMZ3 randomizer work? So, all 4 of our runners are playing the exact same SMZ3 seed. But Orange and Rich are in a voice chat sharing information, and then Apathy Duck and Real Cutie are in a voice chat sharing information. And it's the first team to have both of their runners beat both games wins.
Yes. And so there are a couple changes, as you're probably getting ready to see here, from Rich. After they pick up this item, they'll probably transition to Super Metroid. There's several doors that connect the games, and once you beat one, you can then go in and beat the other. And it doesn't matter what order.
Duck done with Kraid. I believe anything special was found in Kraid's area, but Cutie about to pick up that gravity suit at Beta Power Bombs.
Now, here's an interesting concept. Given a runner such as Cutie, do you think we would see him approach Wreck Ship at this point? They don't have Speed Booster yet.
Oh, but, I mean, of an SM runner of Cutie's capacity, I mean, CWJ is clearly on the table.
Yeah. And it is worth noting, CWJ is in Logic.
And then having that gravity suit, I mean, gives him functionally a lot more health than his current 2 E-Tanks. Oh, and actually, Grav by itself gives them logical access to Wreck Ship regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, theoretically the long way, but yeah, who's gonna do it the long way? Right, Rich
like
checking Croc
jump.
Escape, just a heart piece. And Orange doing the bat.
I like the bat check here.
Oh, Cutie gets CWJ on first try and gets a heart piece on the boat.
Cutie making the rest of us look like we're bad at the game.
Yep. And deciding to pick up those 100 rupees. Cutie can check every item in Wreck Ship, but if there's anything at Wreck Ship Reserve, not having that speed booster would be problematic.
This isn't a bad play. Information is very good early on.
Absolutely.
Now,
and there's a very low % chance that anything important is going to be at Wreck Ship Reserve.
Yeah. Interesting. Apathy Duck setting up a bomb jump. Very nice, though.
Were those silvers on top? No, those are not silvers. That's just an arrow upgrade.
And we have 2 boss fights going on right now.
Yep. We've got Kraid on Rich's side.
And 2 dark rooms.
2 screens where you can't see anything going on, and 2 screens where lots of stuff is going to be going on. Alright, does Rich get the quick kill? Absolutely.
Nice.
No standing up for Kraid today.
And Cutie getting a slow.
Starting off with a slow. That's never what you want to see. Cutie with a
Very
nice opening Doppler. And, ooh, a glove on Old Man.
Alright. So they know somewhere they're supposed to have a lamp, and they're looking for a moon pearl.
And that was quick.
Very nice from Cutie.
Cutie with a beautiful Phantoon fight. Orange, our first runner to take a look at Bomb Terizo. Just some missiles, but it's always nice to see BT.
No, it's not. BT's a jerk.
Only when he wakes up.
Good BT fights are a myth.
Well, they have super missiles. Good BT fights are not a myth, because when you have super missiles, there are nothing but good BT fights.
That's not true. You can still technically have an unoptimal one by using 2 supers.
Alright. Right side super is just a heart container in the wreck ship. Got Duck doing more dark rooms.
Doing the reverse dark room to get to Dark Cross to find the Master Sword.
He'll be happy when he finds it, but, you know, nobody wants to do reverse Dark Cross.
I mean, it does let you avoid the snake room, which is always nice. But then you have to try and kill the rat with the key. So, you know, pick your poison.
And Orange grabbing a reserve tank at 230 missiles. Only had 2 E-tanks, so I was going to go ahead and pick that up.
And Rich having to turn around because they do not have high jump boots, so they cannot get up the red tower. Or any other way up red tower.
SMZ3 does not have the room tweaks, does it?
It does not. And looks like Cutie did not save.
Nope, and just a 5er there on Wreckship E-Tank.
Yep, and we see a pack of supers at Terminator, with Orange getting ready to check the back of Gauntlet.
Always a good play to check the back of Gauntlet here. Looks like an E-Tank and a big 20, you know you don't ever really have to go back.
Yeah.
Cutie's health is,
Cutie?
Terrifying. But makes it through the pointy room of life with no problems whatsoever.
And a large health drop, okay.
And now we've got all of our runners in Super Metroid, for the moment. Main Street and Crab Supers, nothing important for Duck.
I have to imagine that Duck and Cutie right now are having a discussion about where in the world are all the E-tanks.
That's true. AG pointing out that Attic on low E is pretty dicey. That's true, though luckily having that gravity suit mitigates at least part of that problem.
Yeah.
The gravity suit does not help you in the spiky room of death.
Also, something I want to point out, Team Corndog has completely abandoned Brinstar, and I fully agree with this. They are hard chasing the logic. They found that gravity suit. They are pushing it just as hard as they can.
They found the gravity suit. They know... Wait, do they know where the various suit is?
No, they have not been out to Desert.
No, okay. It was Clan Nutsy that made their way out to Desert.
Yep. So they have that information. And now it's important to also note that Clan Nutsy does not know where gravity is.
True. But it is in a straightforward enough location that they're going to find it. But if they do, you know, traipse through the entirety of Brinstar and find nothing, that's a lot of lost time.
Yeah. And we're going to see here just a pack of missiles. Cutie is not punished for coming to Wreck Ship without speed booster.
No, but if Cutie intends to do the bowling alley, he is going to need some health. He cannot even take a spike hit at the moment.
And that is a big 20.
Just a big 20.
Not
Cutie
what you
really
want.
hoping for an E-tank right now.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe we are going to get some vanilla intended strats.
Gotta love those Nintendo strats.
So far, nothing really of value. I mean, there was an ice beam. Nice to have, not necessary though, especially with the beams you currently have, or don't have, rather. Usually, I opt to turn it off.
We haven't found much in the way of power bombs yet, so ice is nice to have for later purposes.
Yeah, very later.
And looks like Duck heading over to Watering Hole. It's Cutie slowly but surely riding those trippers. Oh no!
That's rough. It feels so bad for that to happen.
Nothing special at Watering Hole. Orange doing Mission Impossible.
Making a hit, getting some dicey health.
And just missiles. Billy Mays has 10 arrows, but wait, there's more. It's just 3 bombs. Billy Mays really not. He's not in his mighty putty form here.
It's true. This is hard mode, yes.
Yes.
Ooh, there is a mirror at Charge Beam.
That is a very nice find. Now, no Moon Pearl yet, but still.
I did not see what it was, but Cutie got to see it. Doesn't want it.
Must not have been anything too important. Cutie gonna farm on the Flappy Pancakes. Still needs quite a bit more health to reliably, really needs a minimum of over 120 if he can 2-tap it. Probably wants over 180.
Yeah.
For bowling.
Getting ammo drops, the classic. And while we were sitting there chatting, I believe we missed a snail clip.
He hit it through bowling.
15 health. Nothing in right sandpit. 20 rupees at spore spawn.
No, but no one's gonna lose any sleep out over having to reset out of that one.
True story.
Rich gonna do the wave gate. Doesn't have high jumps, so has to do the normalized setup, but once you get the normalized setup, as long as you're a moonwalk user, it's no problem. And just missiles. Thus far, well, no. I was about to say the Brinstar skip is really going to work out, but that mirror is going to be... Thus far, the mirror is the only thing preventing just a full...
It looks like Apathy Duck missed on the skip the first time, the snail clip.
Cutie finding Morph Ball bombs here at Bowling Missiles.
So that's pretty exciting. Obviously because of bombs, but also you can set up Crystal Flash Clip with those. Those are pretty handy.
And another bottle at Gravity.
Cutie gonna be happy to see that since he couldn't buy the first bottle.
He knows nothing important on Sick Kid, but still, it's nice to have a bottle.
Yep.
Duck finding power bombs and a heart piece in left sandpit. And decides to get the power bombs up to 25 now.
So it's worth noting, I think their intended progress is at Tower of Hera. Based off everything we've seen.
With that mirror.
Yeah.
And that's true, morph ball bombs do give you the can fly.
Yep.
Now, I do wonder, how long will it be before we see Team Corndog go deep enough into Brinstar to find that mirror?
It's not going to be too much longer. At this point, I'm sure Apathy Duck and Cutie are having a conversation of, okay, here's these bombs. I'm going to check those. We need to get some other information. Now, this is interesting here from Apathy Duck. They are trying to get up here to farm. That's literally the only thing you can do up here.
Yeah, the green gate glitch doesn't work that direction other than in extremely specific situations.
So what can fly means is basically you need some way to infinitely gain height, pretty much. You've got space jump,
Speed booster.
Speed booster, you have bombs, all of those things equivalent to can fly.
They give you the ability to reach places like where Cutie's trying to get to now, the landing site power bombs.
I could have swore that someone on Clan Nutsy had checked Wavegate.
I know because we've seen it, and nobody on Team Corndog has touched Brinstar. So
maybe a miscommunication there on needing to check it, and we see just missiles at Criteria power bombs. Okay, Speed Booster is not can fly. That's what I thought. I wasn't sure on that one.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
Now we're up to 5 effective E-tanks in logic, I believe.
Which puts Hell Runs on the table.
Yep.
Apathy Duck having some issues.
Needs to be careful.
On
those
spikes
spikes hurt.
Is at least going to get to check this item. And it's an E-tank, so he should be able to get out.
No, you're talking about Duck. I was talking about Rich. Either way, they both needed to be careful.
Yes, for different reasons. Out is most assuredly much easier.
Yeah.
Rich checks X-ray, finds nothing of import. And Cutie doing Gauntlet, which leads me to believe he's probably going to head into Bren after that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a big fan of the blind check because you need to check the front of Gauntlet anyways.
Cutie is going to love that E-tank that is sitting here at the back of Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Because Team Corndog has just not found an energy. Not that Clan Nutsy's in really any better of a spot when it comes to E-tanks.
Okay, so it looks like Rich is opting to go up while Orange is opting to go down. This is going to help them out a lot. They're going to find that gravity.
Yep, and they know where Varia is.
Yep, so they're going to have the information on both suits first. Unfortunately, gravity doesn't really give you anything as far as right now. But it's very nice to have, because
True, I mean,
Meridia.
In what we've seen in Meridia and what we saw in Wreck Ship, morph ball bombs?
Morph ball bombs that haven't led to anything yet.
No, but I mean, that's kind of the only real major that we saw, I believe.
Yeah. Not even any real health or real ammo.
Alright, Cutie gonna start Green Bren. Sees that ice beam under the bridge. At this point, we're going to see a lot of retracing of steps, I'd expect. Unless we see Orange head into Link to the Past and start chasing down the mirror. Meanwhile, Rich about to be rewarded with the gravity suit. The magic pancakes.
Yeah. You know, it's been a while since I've watched that video. Good video.
Amazing video.
Getting the bounce, can you cover? Alright, very nice. This is less than ideal for orange.
Luckily for orange, there is an E-tank sitting at ice. Assuming he can make it, it is going to be... Oh, he had 2 reserves.
Yeah, should be fine.
Yeah. Orange will be fine.
Yeah.
Apathy Duck gonna head down into Retro Bryn. I'm sure we'll see Billy Mays. And behind, Alpha Missiles, behind Morph Ball, and all of that, I don't think anything important was found. I don't think Clan Nutsy found anything. And Orange gonna check the Crumble Shaft. I don't know if Team Corndog checked this. I know Det did the area, but I don't... Just a big 20, so... Yeah. Doesn't matter whether he did or not. They did. Okay, thank you, Link Force. Ooh, that's a grapple hook. I mean, grapple's nice. If they need to do Shack Tool, that's a thing.
They're probably having that conversation right now, like, oh my god, I just found grapple, what if we need to go back for Shack Tool?
Grapple with gravity and morph ball bombs, you're in Shack Tool territory there.
Yep.
Terrifying Shack Tool territory, but Shack Tool territory. And it looks like Orange is going to make the Hera play.
Yep. Let's get a look here. Pendant TR and Pod. We knew that South Feastown was a 5/6 crystal.
So Crystal Flash Clip is one of the quote-unquote allowed methods.
Alright, let's see what we got. That is a Quake.
That was Quake. Allowed, but not logical. Okay.
I'll be honest, if I was Orange, I would unequip the mirror before something tragic happens. I've had plenty of tragic accidents with mirror equipped.
I mean, Asher has quite a point there. Knowing the logic is crucial, following the logic. Oh, and it looks like Duck is going to head into Big Pink. So Team Corndog will shortly know about the mirror.
Pretty sure they had a conversation about it, because Apathy Duck started to go down and then turned around.
That's the mirror?
And I imagine it with something like, okay, one of us needs to go check Shack Tool, the other needs to go and chase this mirror. And we'll know shortly if Mirror is the play or not.
Yeah, Orange already taken on Moldorm.
Very nice fight there.
Cutie did go grab that grapple, which means we may see Cutie take a run at Shack Tool. Grapple also useful for lots of other reasons.
Yeah. It's true, Mirror plus Hammer equals Death Mountain. Right side.
Nothing huge in Tower of Hera. Well, I guess Quake could be big. We don't know.
Yeah.
We're just gonna do some Spiral Cave.
What was underneath Mother Brain's old tank that Cutie went up there for it? Was it an E-tank?
I'm not sure. Bloopy.
There might have been a discussion that happened there of how to route, and they might have agreed to do something different.
Maybe so.
Because that is definitely a thing that can happen. Routing on the fly when you have someone you're working with is much different than you doing your own thing.
Absolutely, because your partner might find an item that just completely throws a giant wrench in any routing you were planning on doing.
Absolutely.
Alright, so Duck likely going to take the portal in Upper Norfair and head to Death Mountain. We may see Cutie head for Shack Tool.
I'd be very surprised to see Cutie not go to Shack Tool. And the
He's
reason
definitely
I
about to pop the tank.
Yeah. The reason I say that is Apathy Duck has Master Sword, so it really makes more sense for them to be pushing Link to the Past. And this way Cutie can make sure they're not missing anything at Shack Tool.
That is a fair assessment. And Orange just did Paradox Cave, and I have no idea what. Merle and Lamp in Paradox. Those are important things that I did not see happening.
It's true! And Orange opting to push for Dark Kakariko.
Oh, yeah.
Rich getting trolled a little bit there. Hopefully the attic is not as painful.
The Cutie not headed straight for Shack Tool.
Cutie has Ice Beam. Of course Cutie's not going Shack Tool right now.
No, there are other options. Less painful options.
Much
still
better
available.
options.
Alright. Cutie gonna take on Bot Wound. Rich doing the attic. Orange doing a couple of mirror checks.
Very nice balloon fight there. King's Tomb.
Screw on Bumper Ledge is one of those, it's a wonderful item and you love to have it, but you are probably not going to go out of your way to go get it.
Hook shot. So
hook shot
and plus hammer plus mirror is really screaming right side Death Mountain.
Which we know has Merle.
Yep.
And Lamp. Oh, and Duck getting trolled. Trolldorm truly living up to its name.
Let's see, Precious Ring, another E-Tank. Really not going to be upset about that. Going into the Dragon 5 with full health is very nice. Oh. Alright. Apathy Duck is alive. That is what's important.
Ooh. Just barely.
Rich, checking the item at the top of the mountain there.
Is unimpressed by it and will head into bowling.
Yep.
Orange going to Thieves Town. Was that fire or ice? Fire. So that's a fire rod there at the front of Thieves Town. There's the big key.
Cutie setting up for the quick kill. Oh!
Doesn't quite get it, but is probably just gonna wait it out.
Oh no!
And Rich taking a death in bowling. Looks like he did save before Wreck Ship E-Tank, so not gonna lose a ton of time.
But that is still miserable.
Oh, it sucks, no question about it, but you're not losing a ton of time because now you know what items you care about, which I believe at the top of Wreck Ship was none of them.
Yeah, just the morph ball bombs.
Yeah, which he actually hasn't seen yet.
Yeah.
And just a big 20 at Space Jump.
Apathy Duck about to get the information that Paradox Cave was loaded. At least the top of it.
Yeah.
And also has sword beams for one of the very few locations you actually want to have sword beams.
Yeah. Generally, they are the worst thing you could possibly have.
That was a beautiful wall jump there from Cutie.
There's the mural for Apathy Duck. And the lamp.
I imagine they have to be a little bit upset with that location of Merle and Lamp, considering where the mirror was and the fact of how much stuff they've checked.
And I mean, they have not quite full cleared Meridia, but they've checked almost all of Meridia and found Hookshot.
Cutie needs to be careful. Gravity Suit does not protect against spike damage.
It does not, and those spikes are doing 60 a pop.
Needs to be very careful.
Yeah, and alright, he got it.
Alright. Apathy did complete Eastern, yes. Orange tried to complete Eastern and died.
Alright, so what kind of hype cave are we looking at? Will it truly be hype? Hype Cave,
Probably.
which almost never lives up to its name. Missiles. Heart piece. Half magic. 20 bucks. Another heart piece. You're still talking about what, a 3 out of 10? I mean, half magic is nice and all, but...
Mail. I can't tell that anything changed on the mod sprite.
I don't know if anything does change on the Mog Sprite when you get different armors. Orange almost done with Thieves Town, just has a blind fight. Duck picking up that mushroom. That is another fetch quest that can be done. Which you hate to be down to fetch quests, but, you know, they happen. They do have flippers. They found those fairly early?
Yeah, those were in the back of Whale.
Yeah. Along with,
I like what we're
Morphle.
seeing here. Now, I didn't see what Cutie found. Cutie had to find something.
I mean, he's
Otherwise-
keeping it.
Yeah.
What did Cutie find at Plasma? Art piece. He didn't save post-Dragon.
You hate to see that.
Yeah, luckily has that charge beam, so is able to take out the pink pirates. Because otherwise, without Plasma speed or screw attack, that's it. It's over. But with charge, you can do the pseudo screw. Take some damage.
A lot of people don't actually know.
Take some damage, but get the job done. We've got orange in Skull Woods.
Makes sense.
Yep, you've just cleared out Thieves Town. You've got Fire Rod.
Yep. We're seeing a lot of what Rich did. Rich doing what Apathy Duck and, well, at this point, what Cutie did. Checking the bombs, seeing what Canfly gets you, making note of that. And Apathy Duck took the back door into Meridia to get the hook shot and go ahead and probably kill Dragon.
I would expect we'll see that while he's here.
Yeah.
And
now, it is worth noting, Cutie only checked one sandpit, I believe, unless I missed the other, which is possible.
No, he checked both.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, or we've seen both.
Getting trolled a little bit by the last mummy there.
And looks like Cutie going to look for possibly a spring ball jump here. Spring ball jumping out of the sand really sucks.
Yes. And we also had the worst fight in Link to the Past, as far as I'm concerned. Not because the boss is hard, but because the room the boss is in is miserable.
That's the only thing Mothra's got going, is the room.
Yeah,
and if you're
playing
Boss
Shuffle...
yeah. Boss Shuffle and you face Mothra on a, just in a normal room, it's the easiest boss ever.
Literally easiest.
And Cutie makes it up the hole towards Shaktul.
Very nice.
That is another one of those miserable things, just trying to get through that hole.
And we probably have some dual prayers going on here. Cutie's hoping that there's something really valuable here. Meanwhile, Apathy Duck is like, please, I don't want to have to go to Shaktul.
Yeah. Looking at it, though, I'm trying to think what could be left that could be just super high value here. Ice Rod, if... do we know... Have we seen whether Turtle Rock is
Turtle Rock is a red pendant, I believe.
It's a pendant.
But you got your Super Metroid Speed Booster, High Jump Boots,
your second glove.
Second glove. Space Jump would be nice, it's not required by any means. Screw Attack's also nice. But yeah, you're probably wanting like your glove here.
You definitely want something big. 3 bombs is not what you're looking for.
Yeah. Yep, so at this point, we're going to see Team Corndog move back into Link to the Past, probably spend a good bit there, clear the Dark World, find their progression, and then start to move on from there.
Just map in Big Chest.
Yeah, so far we've seen 1 item in Skull Woods on the boss, just 3 bombs, nothing important.
There's your second item, missiles. So Skull Woods, I mean, you have to do it, because it's crystal, but not a real high value location.
No, mids have not been found.
And no, nobody's been into any heated areas at all yet. We know where Varia is.
Yep. Hey, it's worth noting, Team Corndog has not yet seen where Varia is.
No, they haven't been anywhere near desert. Desert was a pendant?
Maybe. But that's a space jumping brewery.
That's a much nicer version of Can Fly, let's say, than Morph Ball Bombs. And Orange gonna go do Digging Game.
I like to play here from Apathy Duck. Pushing for Swamp Palace. Swamp Palace has a lot of checks. 6 to be exact.
A long digging game for Orange and just missiles. Cutie headed to Eastern Death Mountain.
Yep. Rushing that Paradox Cave.
Knows that it's a very valuable location.
Yeah. So probably we're going to see... Interesting. Cutie has not picked up their glove yet.
Where did we see that first glove?
That glove is on Old Man, correct?
Yes. That is odd. I suspect we'll see him pick it up before leaving Death Mountain.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I would be... Like, I know Cutie has a Super Metroid runner, but I'd be a little surprised if Cutie wasn't comfortable with dark rooms.
I'm with you. I like you know him as just a phenomenal Super Metroid runner. Right, so.
And Orange getting ready to get the bad news that Hype Cave is not really that hype.
You know, half magic is nice. Not thrilling, but nice.
We missed a hover?
Well,
apparently we missed a hover.
If Cutie was hovering, that is impressive. Anybody that can hover, that's impressive to me.
Anyone that hovers is a dirty cheater. But it is legal, so we'll allow it. Begrudgingly, but we will allow it.
E-Tank there in Swamp for Duck. I know Duck grabbed the mushroom off of the island.
They have not turned it in yet.
And nobody's turned it in yet. Just Orange picking it up reminded me that we've at least seen both teams pick up the mushroom now. Rich gonna take a break. So here we are, just over an hour in. And we know nothing. No, actually, we know lots of stuff.
That was third try, but still very nice there from Apathy Duck. With the... I don't know what that specific trick's called. The variant of Diver Down is what I'm going to call it.
Yes. I also don't know what the trick is called, but I know what trick you're talking about.
Bomber Down, thank you. I knew it was something like that, I just couldn't remember.
So looking at it, from what we know, where are we from Go Mode in both games? Mitts gets us Varia.
Need Mitts. I don't know what our other pendant dungeon is right now. They're going to need a bow. That much we do know.
They may need Bombos.
Yeah, they may need another medallion. They have Charge Ice.
Link Force telling us Turtle Rock, Pod, and Desert are our pendants. Red.
What are we missing?
Red Cane.
We'll need Red Cane.
Mitts. Which we know Mitts leads to Varia.
Yep.
Maybe Bombos? Is that it?
I do believe that's it.
But mitts could be in a lot of different places.
Yeah.
That is tough. Trolldorm really living up to that name.
Cutie's gonna have to be careful.
Oh, yeah, Cutie's down to 1 heart. Going for the hammer strats.
I mean, makes sense. It's hammer strats versus fighter sword.
You may be right there, AG. Mitts very well could be in Upper Norfair. We've definitely found enough E-tanks by now to put those hell runs into logic.
Yep. Getting our first dip into pod. Pod, another solid value play.
Duck, not quite finished with Swamp yet. I mean, you know, the boss is dead, but that's not the same thing as being actually done. Cutie doesn't quite get to take a break.
I have that same problem anytime I do that strat with bombs.
It's so much easier when you've got Red Cane to do it.
Mm-hmm. I do believe, unless I missed something, pod is bow locked, which all of our runners obviously have bow, but it's always something interesting to note.
Yeah, everybody found bow super early, but backup blindside, I believe.
Yes, I do believe that is correct.
Yeah.
There's the big key.
Thus far, nothing of note in pod. Lots of keys, the big key.
The usual.
Yeah. Yet another small key. Cutie finally gonna get the first glove. Turning in the old man.
Yeah, maybe Cutie just decided that that was the best route, to go straight to the right and then circle back down. We haven't seen anyone do Spike Cave yet.
So we've seen Blue Cane.
We have.
It was Graveyard Ledge? Pretty sure Blue Cane was on Graveyard Ledge. Rich now going to pick up that blue mail.
Failing the hammer young. That feels bad.
Yeah, but from what I've heard, apparently with Hammer Yump, you have to fail it like an obscene number of times for it to not still be faster than going around the vanilla way.
Really?
I'm not capable of doing it, so I don't know, but it's what I've heard.
That seems... I mean, I guess if you're going around that way, yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I never really thought about that. I always try and route it so that I can just mirror at the big chest.
Alright, so I think the thing Orange has left is an item on the on boss. Or no, maybe not. Yeah, I think he's still one item shy. Oh, no, no. I'm miscounting items like crazy. Pod just has too many chests.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 18 keys in Pod.
Strong agree with there being too many chests in Pod, too many chests in Ice Palace.
Beauty picking up that space jump. Would have loved to have that before he did all that bomb jumping.
Yeah.
Chat saying just keys and a dungeon item left here in Pod. I'm a little surprised he's continuing it. It's the green pendant, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, so that, you know, you do get one more item for completion, but...
Could be a conversation going on of, okay, we know we need mids for Varia. Let's play to our outs. And I feel like, since we're out of the qualifier stage and into the head-to-head matches, maybe you gotta take some risks like this, you know? Maybe rush the pendants, pull ped, rush green pendant. Definitely
weird stuff.
Yeah.
No, hey, as someone who that's his entire strategy when I'm facing someone I consider mechanically better than me, is, you know what, start doing low percentage stuff.
Right, yep. Yes, Clay Nutsy does know that Varia is on the desert ledge.
Clay Nutsy has seen it. Team Corndog hasn't gone anywhere remotely close to desert.
Interesting that Orange opting to use the bow there works out after Homestar King moving twice, though, so that's good.
Oh, then nobody on Corndog has gone anywhere near it. All right, so Orange picking up that green pendant, so we'll get to see the green pendant item. I'm not going to try to say his name because I'll fail.
Turning it into the Sage, but first, a trip into Easter.
Oh, that's right. Orange tried to clear Eastern earlier, but couldn't make it through the dark.
Yep. Now it's time for vengeance with a Master Sword, a lamp, and bow.
I suppose I could just call him Saha, but I prefer to call him not Saha.
Man, when Stalfos' room goes wrong, Stalfos' room goes wrong.
Well, yeah. And
with that spaceship,
I tend to agree with AG in chat that somebody's going to need to hell run Bubble Mountain sometime soon. They are quickly running out of non-hell run options.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I believe Team Corndog is set up better. I believe they both have more health. Rich only has 2 E-takes. I don't know if they have any reserve tanks.
Doesn't look like it. Yeah, 2 E-tanks that you, even with space jump, you don't want to try to make that hell run.
Yeah. Literally, the only hell run that's in logic is with 2 E-tanks is to get to Crocomire, and you need to have speed booster for that to be in logic.
Yeah. Because calling that little room a hell run is, you know, kind of an insult to hell runs everywhere.
It's true.
Never understood why blue male Link gets a gold hat. Just doesn't make any sense. He went from a green tunic with a green hat to a blue tunic with a gold hat. Why wouldn't the tunic match the hat?
I mean, at least the red one gets a purple hat.
Also, why wasn't it just a red hat?
The same reason the gloves look green.
Orange, gonna show us a new item here.
The
book on Sage.
That is rude.
Oof.
That is so rude.
That's Varia.
That is Varia. But I think at this point you gotta have a conversation of, okay, who's going to check Ped?
Yeah, I mean...
I would be having that conversation.
No, basically the next one of you that's anywhere near Skull Woods, just go ahead and just, you know, take a look. Take a peek.
But that is Varia, which makes sense with the routing here. You get to route in, also checking this tablet.
And actually, as good of that book is for Orange to find, Apathy Duck is finishing pod now. We'll get that green pendant. And that book is likely going to send Apathy Duck towards Desert.
Now that's interesting. Apathy Duck using a hammer to kill off Helmasaur King. I don't think I've ever actually seen that before.
I definitely have not. So I think, while I agree how rude it is that Green Pendant was pod and then Green Pendant item was book, which leads to Desert, which has Varia, the fact that that Green Pendant gives you book, I think is going to lead Apathy Duck towards Desert.
Yeah, in the long run, this is going to work out much better in King Corndog's favor.
Yeah.
It's all just a matter of when they decide to go out to Desert and look at Desert Ledge.
Right. And Apathy Duck pulling out the flute, that might be right now. Nope, going to town.
I agree with this. You immediately go, you check Pedestal.
Might do Skull Woods while you're at it. No, wait. Apathy Duck doesn't have Fire Rod. Where was Fire Rod?
Don't ask me questions like that.
Thieves Town. Okay.
AG asked me these questions of where was something, and if I don't have it wrote down, I gotta be like, give me a minute, I have to think.
We got a catfish check here by Cutie.
Did Apathy? Okay, must be deciding to check Thieves Town. Okay, this makes sense. Do Thieves Town, do Skull Woods, and then get your pet check in? That makes sense.
Right. And that Fire Rod that you just found in Thieves Town allows you to finish off Skull Woods.
Yep.
So I guess he knew it was there because Cutie already found it.
So far, I've seen 3 different ways to do the entrance of Thieves' Town, and I don't know which way is the fastest.
Well, I don't claim to know anything about Link to the Past. This game is nothing but mystery to me.
Same.
You know, I sort of know some stuff about Super Metroid. Sort of.
Sort of. You've been running the game for a less amount of time than I have, and you're significantly better at it than I am. Feels bad, man.
Alright, so Orange... Oh, doing a tablet check.
Yep, makes sense. Tempered.
Ooh, that's tempered.
That is a tasty book. That is a sword. That is Varia. That is Plasma Beam.
That is a nice book.
That is a very nice book.
It's like, I don't, you know, I don't know what book it is, but I would read it.
Speaking of books, I actually went to the library today.
Look at you. Yep, we've got a Spike Cave check by Orange. And it's just
10
an arrow.
arrows. Getting served. Feels bad. And walking out. Now that I find particularly interesting. Actually, no. I'm very torn on this. I would save and quit myself. But walking out with spin speed, not a bad call.
Well, especially if you're planning on taking the trip here to Norfair.
Yep.
You've got a various suit at a whole lot of locations that are now available.
Yep. And I had a thought a minute ago and didn't mention anything of it. Desert is a pendant. It might actually be a minute before Apathy Duck and Cutie get out that way.
Could be, though I don't know how many more options they have beforehand. I mean, obviously the hell runs that Cutie is probably about to start up.
Yeah.
But on the Link to the Past side, what else do they have good access to?
Not a lot at this point, I don't believe.
No mitts.
Now, what's going to feel real bad is when, you know, Cutie spends, like, a lot of time over here having to farm up health and stuff. And then, you know, 10, maybe 15 minutes down the road, Apathy Duck's going to be like, hey, various suits on Desert Ledge.
So about that various suit.
About that various suit. Interesting that Cutie is using bombs to farm here instead of grapple beam.
I think optimally done, the bomb shred is actually a little faster.
Really? That's interesting.
Just because the bombs, you're killing all of them at once, whereas the grapple beam, you have to kill them one at a time.
Yep, nothing really at Norfair Reserve. Cutie's still trying to fill up here.
Don't call Cape nothing.
Orange.
Some of us are bad at the game and need Cape. Get supers at speed missiles.
I was very... that's
Red
smart.
Cane at speed. So on the Link to the Past side, we should be, what, mitts and maybe a medallion from Go?
I do believe so.
Just because we don't know what medallion's on Meyer. I will be right back.
Yep, you're good. I mean, they have both siege shards being ice and plasma, so yeah. If they can get through Super Metroid. Well, technically, Team Corndog doesn't know where plasma is. Or Varia yet, but they should be figuring that out shortly. Yeah, it'd have to be something like Speed Booster locks Titan's mids at this point. I don't think they need anything else for Zelda unless they need Bombos. Cutie needs to be careful here. Okay, never mind. Cutie is going to let their health drain and set up a Crystal Flash. Cutie is completely fine.
Smart play there by Cutie. Way faster than doing a bunch more farming.
Mirrors and some rupees. Not particularly the value you're hunting for.
Yeah, but at this point, I mean, you're looking for those mitts. They could be a lot of different places.
Yeah. And definitely find it a little strange Orange didn't go to Croc.
And Orange heading back into Link to the Past. Maybe gonna make use of that red gain.
Can't really do anything with red cane, right?
Oh yeah, without mitts, no.
Oh, warp back to the ship. Probably to refill. That makes sense. This will also allow them to pick up gravity and go to lower Norfair. Okay, this is actually a really good play.
Oh yeah. Because gravity is at the top of Red Tower.
Yep. Cutie getting trolled by Crocomire. Trying to go for the missile super strat.
Yeah, Crocomire, I mean, some days you just don't get the right luck with Crocomire, and he will just troll the hell out of you.
It's true.
And some days he acts right.
Yeah, Orange going to pick up Gravity Suit makes sense. Will allow them to use the Cane of Samaria if they have the medallion they need to get into Mire. Gives them Mire Shed, gives them Checkerboard Cave, plus, everything in Lower Norfair.
Yeah, so quite a few checks.
Yeah. And Apathy Duck heading to check Pedestal. At this point, Pedestal would have to have something like Speed Booster or High Jump, and it's just a Ruby Horde.
Yep. That pet is dead. And even Speed Booster, we've seen both speed-locked items. Oh no, I guess we haven't seen Climb Supers.
I also haven't seen Waterway.
That's true. That is true. I guess there are two. We've seen 2 of the 4 speed-locked items then.
Yeah. Unfortunately, French Lightning John not in this tournament, so we probably won't be seeing any G-Mode. Is G-Mode even legal?
A lot of tournaments don't actually outlaw it because it generally doesn't save you nearly enough time, considering how much of a pain and how much time it takes to set up.
think the only instance I can think of it actually saving time would be the first Super Metroid Randomizer League. I'm confused why Orange is killing these and not just turning ice back on. Maybe forgetting they have ice. That's possible. I've definitely done that before.
It's very easy to find ice early, turn it off, and then completely forget you ever had it.
Yep. Especially like if you're manually tracking, ice isn't that important. Ooh, we see a Pyramid Fairy play here from Apathy Duck.
Interesting.
Orange is not having a fun time.
No, but Orange now has everything he needs for Lower Norfair. Could even check Showcase having speed or space jump.
Orange is having a very not good time.
These rooms at the top of Red Tower with the Samus Eaters can really troll you pretty hard.
Yes, they can.
Pyramid Fairy, or yeah. So Pyramid Fairy. Wait, was that Silvers? Okay, you know. I don't know if it's quite worth the time, but Silvers are nice.
You're definitely not going to complain about Silvers.
Right.
Okay, we see Apathy Duck heading up the mountain, going to find that sword, which again, very nice, but not remotely required.
No, but the jump from Master Sword to Tempered Sword is
huge.
Significant. Yeah, Butter Sword's great and all, but the jump between Master and Tempered is big. So really, we're just waiting for somebody to find Mitts.
Yep. At this point, there's a strong chance they're in Lower Norfair. Is Cutie doing what I think Cutie's doing? He's not, is he?
I can't expect he is. With only 20 power bombs, that's dangerous.
That's ambitious.
But Cutie's very good at Super Metroid.
Cutie's doing it. Alright, I respect it.
AG pointing out, he has like no regular missiles.
3 E-tanks to get to the refill. Oof. This is bad. At this point, I don't think Cutie has the health to get out.
He'd be very hard pressed. Oh, he has 80? Okay, the view I'm looking at, it looks like he's sitting at 0.
Yeah, it could be 0, could be 6, could be 8.
Yeah. The stretching blurs the numbers a good bit.
Okay, yeah, setting up for the Crystal Flash here. Oh no!
Oh, as the Crystal Flash is activating.
Yeah. But that's okay. Cutie did save. He knows what he's doing. And there's going to be a conversation had about the very, well as plasma that Apathy Duck has found, well, will find and has found, respectively.
So it looks like even now knowing where Fair is, Cutie is going to continue this quest.
At this point, it makes sense to continue this, right? Because you can come out admire, and then
Yeah, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah, you can just... Varia is on Desert Ledge. So at this point, it just makes sense for Cutie to continue, get to the Mire area, mirror, pick up Varia.
Well, Varia's on Desert Ledge, which was locked by Green Pendant Book.
Yeah. The Green Pendant, which gave us Book. Yeah, so...
Wait, is Duck fluting?
Oh.
Did Duck not check the ledge?
Oh, did Duck... Okay. I don't think
no.
Duck checked it. Oh, no. Cutie has to check it.
Wait, he did? I'm now super confused.
I didn't see Apathy Duck go down there, but...
Oh, but he's not taking damage in a heated room, so he clearly got it.
Okay. Alright. Well, then good. I'll be honest, Team Corndog is very well set up at this point, then.
Oh, absolutely. Especially with Cutie being right there.
Yeah.
And there's Speed Booster in Mire Shed.
The classic.
So we're really just looking for some mitts.
Yep. I imagine Cutie is hoping to find another sword somewhere else. Because doing your pendant, your green pendant, to get the book, to get another sword, not really a wonderful time.
True. Wait, and Cutie is still on Fighter Sword.
Yep. Has not been to Dark Cross yet.
Is this an Agena check here by Cutie? Which I believe was the shovel, which didn't lead to anything important.
Yeah.
Did anyone ever turn in the mushroom?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was, don't ask me.
It wasn't mitts.
It wasn't mitts, so it was trash.
At this point, it wasn't mitts, so it wasn't important. So you deal a lot more with SMZ3 than I do. Who would you say is in the lead?
I hate to be the one to say it, but Team Corndog has what I would call a very commanding position.
Alright. It's probably who I would have guessed just by my rudimentary knowledge of SMZ3, but...
Yeah, like, they have more dungeons between the two of them. They have the same information that Clay Nutsy has. Yeah, they're in a commanding position.
Right. At this point, I guess the one thing that could really throw Nutsy back into a good spot would be finding mitts in a weird location that it would be a long time before Corndog went and checked it.
And I hate to say this, but at this point, Clay Nutsy is checking things that Corndog checked a while ago.
Yeah.
And really, that boils down to movement, tricks, and routing.
Yeah, I mean... Alright. Apathy Duck gonna take on GT.
Did Apathy Duck forget they picked up Plasma?
Yeah. Duck has charged Plasma.
And there we see...
Had turned it off for some reason. Oh no,
well,
picked up Plasma in LTTP so it doesn't turn on automatically.
Yeah. It's interesting to note, Apathy Duck did not go and get Ice Beam. And at this point, I
highly doubt we'll...
Yeah.
I don't remember where Ice Beam was, but...
underneath the Crumble Bridge in
Green Brand. Yeah, there's no way. Because Apathy went into Big Pink, grabbed the mirror, and bolted immediately. There's no way that Duck is going back to Bren.
Yeah. And we see Meyer is Ether. Finally getting a look at that.
And it looks like that's where Duck's headed, or... Gonna hop into the shed and grab that speed booster.
Yep.
And Cutie is gonna head into Meyer.
Yeah, I mean, this point makes sense here. Cutie didn't have Master Sword, didn't want to do Fighter Sword, Vitreous, which, you know, I can't say I blame anyone for not wanting to do that.
I don't blame anyone for not wanting to do Fighter Sword anything. It looks like Duck and Cutie are gonna go into Meyer together.
I don't necessarily agree with this play. I think Duck should push lower Norfair, but this is the only good time Duck has to get here without re-lava diving, so I mean, you know, it's okay.
Yeah, that's fair. We have a red meringue on Cutie's side.
Those fire rod strats for the main or the first room there, very nice. I like that.
And Orange headed into lower Norfair. See if we see the GT trip. We do. We know there's nothing important on this side, but I understand the trip.
Yeah. This makes sense. Orange has the book, picked up the sword as well as Plasma Beam, and also has Ice, so Orange gonna have a good time here. Cutie not quite having enough magic for that last fire rod shot.
Having to break out those lamp strats.
And not hitting the switch. Ooh, this could be bad. And I do believe that was the sound of the door closing. Yeah. That's... You need to go down and get the full magic.
Yeah.
But luckily it's right here, so it's not that bad.
No, it's not super out of the way.
And why, yes, something is missing. It's the big key. Oh, Cutie taking a death.
That hurts, but...
They pulled both items, so they know that this dungeon is now go mode. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean a whole lot, because you still have to find the big key, which is probably somewhere miserable.
Yeah, go mode Meyer doesn't really help much.
Not unless it's a God Mire.
Yeah. Which, as far as I can tell, God Mires are actually just myths. Oh!
I've seen it twice.
There's the big key.
In my time playing Link to the Past, I have seen God Mire twice.
I found it. Oh, Cutie once again running out of magic.
Cutie is not having a good time with this dungeon. Alright. The question is now... Okay, Cutie does have powder. Good. Can pick up a fairy up here.
That'll really help his survivability.
Yep.
And... Yep, decides he's not going to wait for it.
Trying to reset the room, unfortunately... Can't. Should, yep, just go. Take the portal. You can powder the anti-fairy here.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Cutie back at full health. We got 3 runners currently in Mire. Which, at an hour and 45 minutes in, having 3 runners in the same building is kind of weird.
I think it says something about the seed.
Yeah, well, and that's the weird thing that's been about this seed. That Sphere Zero was just so generous. They got so many quality items in it. And then it was quite a while before they found anything else.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I hate a loaded Sphere Zero.
Because you just have too many options. If you have,
Yeah.
if you only find one good item in your Sphere Zero, you're generally pointed in a very specific direction.
Yeah. I like a late Sphere Zero good item. I like to be able to do my Kakariko, do my opening strats, and then, get pointed in a direction. My guess is mitts are at Hadarumi. That is my guess.
Thinking that's the lower Norfair play.
Yep. That's definitely what we're going to see once these 3 are done with...
I'm going to say they're at Climb Supers, just because every time I've ever done an SMZ3, something important has been at Climb Supers.
Also a good possibility. Nobody looked at it.
Nope. I mean, lower Norfair is the smart bet just due to number of checks, but...
Right. But at this point, I believe it has to be something speed locked.
It may. With speed being there in the Mire shed. I mean, them being in Link's house is, of course, the best location, but...
Absolutely. Also, what's up, Wesker? Having speed booster and space jump, but no high jump boots. Not a fun time.
Your jump height is just never quite right.
It's true.
Alright, Apathy Duck. Gonna take a look at the generic rodent mascot missile location, because I'm not getting sued by Disney. And it's just a big 20.
Makes it back up. Very nice.
Yeah, that is, I mean, having Space Jump makes it easier, but still, if you don't have Morph Ball bombs or Screw Attack, you have to power bomb it and kill that whole floor, it can be tricky to get back out of that room.
Yeah, especially when you have Space Jump and Speed Booster, but no high jump boots, like...
So your jump height is all funky.
Yeah, it's what we like to call a big wet bag of suck.
I don't know that we like to call it that, but I'll go with it.
I mean, that's what AG calls it. I just roll with it, man.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, Rich has killed off Helmasaur. We'll get that book. Well, we'll get that green pendant, which will get him that book, which will then get him that Varia suit.
Yep.
That's what we're here for, Lenifus. The commentary you didn't know you needed.
Just wait till I get AG in here with me.
God help us all. I mean, Apathy Duck taking on the Carl Douglas Pirates. It turns out everyone was, in fact, kung fu fighting. Apathy Duck about to take on Ridley, as Orange takes on... I don't know the names of bosses in Link to the Past.
This is Vitreous the Jerk.
This is Vitreous. And SpeedGaming 4 has raided us. Thank you, SG4. I hope you were enjoying whatever it was you were doing on SG4. Was that the Ori and the Blind Forest randomizer? I think that was the Ori. Great game, great randomizer. We are here for what is technically the second match in the SMZ3 co-op. The first one's not quite over yet, I don't think.
And Ridley being a jerk, as Ridley does.
You know, Space Pelican gonna do Space Pelican stuff.
This seed hasn't been that bad. I've definitely seen worse, and I can post a screenshot of worse.
The Mitts location has been pretty elusive. I don't know if I'll say trolly. There they are, behind Ridley.
Yeah. So that is go mode for Team Corndog, unless I'm missing something.
That should do it. They both completed Mire. Turtle Rock is a pendant. So medallions don't matter.
Yep.
Super Metroid. Duck still needs to do Fantoon. But there's nothing go mode wise preventing any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for go mode.
At this point, Cutie may want another sword, but that would really be it.
Right. And if Cutie wants another sword, he knows where to get one. It's just a real roundabout way to get it.
Yeah, I don't see Cutie doing that. Cutie has proven that he's an optimal Link to the Past player.
Right. We'll probably see Cutie go for silvers, so he doesn't have to do silverless Master Sword.
Yeah, nobody wants to do silverless Master Sword.
No. And anyone that claims otherwise is clearly been taken by the madness.
That's the madness level Darkest Dungeon doesn't even touch.
Yeah. Alright. On Clan Nutsy's side, Rich has picked up the book, and we'll go pick up that Varia suit. Orange is in Lower Norfair, about to check generic rodent mascot. Which I think was just a big 20. It looks like no one has the fire rod anymore on the tracker.
You know, it is weird that it's like vanilla when it's not marked, and then it's all like stretched out and weird when it is marked.
We're having weird tracker stuff going on. Hey, look, there's Ice Rod at Firefleet.
Oh, Apathy Duck is about to have a real bad time.
Oh, he's out of supers.
Out of supers, out of health.
He cannot be touched by anything here in Lower Norfair at this point. Hey, there's X-Ray.
Can I offer you an X-ray in these troubling times?
I mean, you know, Duck could theoretically grab that X-ray and microwave Fantoon, but I don't know that it would save enough time to be worth it.
Oh, there's the E-Tank.
The E-Tank at Hoda Ruby.
Yeah.
Duck saved by the E-Tank. Now can just body check his way through Three Musketeers.
I hadn't even looked at Cutie's screen. They are literally going through the door transition pretty much at the exact same time. If it wasn't for the fact that they were a team both doing the same thing, this would look so close as a race.
Absolutely. Though Duck still has to go to Fantoon, Cutie just has to go kill Kraid, yeah. I think.
But Duck
not
has
marked.
A lot of dungeons done that Cutie still needs to do.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, wow. That's it. I knew there were more, but that's way more than I realized.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what Cutie's going to opt to do. Whether he wants to do pod to get this guaranteed sword, or
honestly, as long as you've got the silvers, Master Sword Silvers Ganon is not the worst thing in the world.
Cutie apparently hasn't done Kraid.
No, well, Kraid didn't hold anything, and Duck did it earlier, so I'm not super surprised.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Duck, on the other hand, in Ice Palace, gets to do Go Mode Ice. Orange fighting the Kung Fu Pirates.
Needs to be careful. Orange does not have a lot of health. And that acid bath is not helping.
Yeah, dipping the acid is not a whole lot of fun. The acid doesn't care what suits you have. Orange at 1 energy.
Now, they do have at least 2 reserve tanks.
That's true.
Yeah, you're gonna want to kill some stuff off here to reduce lag while you farm.
Yeah, and Orange did not get the grapple beam out of Retro Bryn, so doesn't have the nice quick farm here.
Yeah. And for those that don't know, there is a strat where you can sync up the bugs and you can jump up and have them either go below you or above you. And it's really easy to do, especially with Plasma Beam, to farm them that way. Much easier than doing it this way.
To get a good sync, you'd have to pretty much leave, not the whole area, but just, you know...
Yeah, just reset the bugs.
Yeah.
So the sword that Cutie is missing is on the Ether tablet, which is locked behind Sage, who has the book, which is locked behind Pod, which is the green pendant. And SpeedGaming rating us with the party of 121. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome to SpeedGaming, who must have just completed the first match in this tournament, the SMZ3 Randomizer 2v2 co-op tournament.
Yep. At this point, Team Corndog is in Go mode. Clan Nutsy about to hit Go mode.
After this Ridley fight, Orange will find those mitts, and that will be all she wrote.
Yes, Varia was also on Desert Ledge. You actually missed a very nice lower Norfair dive from Cutie to skip the book altogether and getting Varia that way. And it looks like Duck is checking the items in ice, probably looking for another sword for Cutie. Makes sense. You're not done until both players are done.
And
So
Cutie's got quite a few Zelda dungeons remaining. And that is an exploding pelican on Orange's screen, which is about to lead to some Titans bits.
Wait, we've not seen Crocomire, have we?
No, Cutie did Croc.
Oh.
Croc's area just didn't really have anything. Alright, Orange picks up those mitts.
Now the question is, do they realize they're in go mode?
Orange has already done Meyer, so they know it's not another medallion being needed.
Okay, yeah. They realize they're in go mode. They are leaving, and another raid.
SpeedGaming rating us again with 12, and SpeedGaming Portuguese rating us with 125. Thank you for the raid, and welcome to everybody coming in with it.
Cutie getting trolled by the Igor. Igors are jerks.
They are.
In fact, the only enemies in Link to the Past that aren't jerks are the green dancing dudes. They're cool. They can stay. Everyone else is jerks.
The green, shocking dancing guys?
Yes.
No, they're jerks too.
No, man, they're just here to vibe. You're the one that attacked them. That's on you.
You didn't have to attack them. You just walk into them and they shock you. Like getting tased just for accidentally bumping into a guy on the street.
Bro, if I had the ability to electrocute people on the street that touched me, I would. Without a second thought, I would. Yes, Team Corndog, they like I said at the beginning of this, I know Cutie as a SM runner, a very good SM runner, and Cutie has also shown that they are not afraid of Link to the Past.
No, absolutely not. Oh, Orange doesn't have enough power bombs, so Lee is gonna leave. Gonna have to farm up a few. Duck still doing some checks here in Link to the Past.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Your teammate's chewing through dungeons. You're literally, you've done all your dungeons. All you've got left is GT.
And you're hoping to find a sword.
Yeah.
Mostly for your teammate, because you're already sitting on Tempered, so you're not really worried about a sword.
Yeah, like, no one's gonna turn down a free gold, but it's more important.
You don't turn down the butter.
Yeah. Does look like Duck gonna head on into GT at this point.
Like you said, Cutie's definitely got quite a few Zelda dungeons remaining.
I'll be honest, I'll be surprised if we see Duck not full clear GT. Just to try and help out their teammate.
Really looking for that last sword.
Yeah. We know what's in Desert Palace at this point. Hey, there's Red Mail. No one's going to be opposed to picking up Red Mail. So the third sword is on Ether Tablet, which is locked behind Sage, who has the book, which is locked behind Green Pendant Pod.
Yeah. It's a whole lot of steps to go from Master Sword to Tempered.
Yeah.
Like Clan Nutsy is going to high five here in the wasteland. Bombos was checked.
It's plasma.
Yeah.
So not only does Cutie not have Tempered Sword, Cutie only has Ice Beam. We have not seen any other beams besides Ice and Plasma.
That is very true. And though it would be a slow Mother Brain fight, I'm certain that Cutie is capable of just the charge Ice Mother Brain fight.
Yeah, especially with the ammo they have, and you know, like we've been saying, a runner of Cutie's caliber, absolutely no problem.
Yeah. Alright, Orange grabbing the post-Ridley save. Oh, there's a Spazer.
20, Compass. Okay. I believe Cutie and Apathy Duck had a conversation, and Cutie told Apathy Duck to go.
Seem to be having some frame dropping on Cutie's side.
Yep, stand by. We'll get that fixed shortly.
Orange farming up the Fire Fleas for some power bombs, as their partner Rich taking on the Space Pelican. Got some nice pogoing going on. And going with some missiles as backup. I'm a little surprised Rich isn't going for... Oh, there's the charge Ice Plasma. Good beam combo for Ridley.
Yep.
Orange gonna check Franker Z, which we did not see. And there's I think that's the third bottle we've seen.
Wait, I'm confused. Why is that room called Franker Z?
Because there are dog heads on the on the two pillars.
Makes sense. I'm
That's
definitely gonna stick with what me and AG call it.
Three Musketeers.
I call it something different. I don't think SpeedGaming wants me to say.
You know what? That's fair. And let's not get kicked off of SpeedGaming tonight.
Yeah, this is our first time doing comms for SpeedGaming in 4 years?
I don't think it's been quite 4 years for me, but it's been a little while.
I haven't done SpeedGaming comms since the Randomizer league. But I digress. Interesting bow strat there instead of using Kane of Samaria, which we usually see.
Yeah, I mean, effective. And doing it in that room, too.
Making it look clean. Very nice.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we've got Cutie go-moding Swamp. Rich heading past the Three Amigos and trying to get out of Lower Norfair. And Orange into Link to the Past.
And Bombos, better late than never. Except not really once you pass Gauntlet.
Yeah, there is a point that you reach where it's just not worth it anymore. Hey, there's Wave Beam.
So if Cutie wants to, and I couldn't imagine why not, they could pick up Spazer Wave and have Spazer Wave Eyes for Mother Brain.
A lot faster, though, depending on what Cutie's super missile loadout looks like right now.
Yeah.
Let's see, Apathy Duck just has to do Aga and Ganon, and then Phantoon and Motherbrain. Cutie still needs to...
Cutie is going to go straight to ice after this.
Yeah, just ice. And then again, GT and Motherbrain. Orange is in ice. Then needs to do Swamp. And Rich still needs to do Skullwoods and ice. Oh, and Meyer.
Yeah, so not a whole lot left for anybody. But really, I still think this is Team Corndog's game to lose.
I would definitely agree.
Yeah.
And if I were even further of a betting man, I'd say Apathy Duck will be our first individual runner to finish up.
Interesting. Apathy Duck is going for spin hits instead of just doing normal swings. I mean, I guess...
Is it are spin hits... That'd be faster?
Maybe? I don't know the sword damage, so I can't say for fact. I know, obviously, tempered spin hit is equivalent to golden damage.
Right.
But I don't know if it's like, tempered does 3 damage, golden does 4.
So 6 spins versus 12 slashes, but I guess how many slashes can you get out between your spins? I don't know.
Ganon teleporting all over the place. This is looking like one of my fights. Oh, getting the opening hit like that. Doesn't care about torch glitch. Obviously makes sense.
Yeah,
Setting up for the double. Maybe going for a triple here. No, only gets a single. Good positioning there for the last hit, and Ganon's down.
That is our first G for Team Corndog.
Yep.
No, we'll need 4 Gs before it's over.
Yep.
That's a lot of Gs.
I'll be honest, I'm not going to pretend to know enough about Link to the Past to talk about the Ganon fight. I throw on Cape and I smack him till he's done throwing bats around.
It's an effective strategy.
It's a very effective. It's also therapeutic.
Alright, so Orange backdooring Meridia, just has to go take out Dragon. Apathy Duck heading in, just gonna do a quick in and out on Wreck Ship. Pop in, Murder Phantoon, pop back out.
Huh. What is Cutie doing? Apathy Duck checked Ice. Did he not?
I believe so.
Oh! Cutie did Icebreaker. Never mind, ignore me. I'm dumb. That's why Cutie was over there.
That would do it. An elephant ghost on one side, and a giant shrimp on the other. Apathy Duck doing Dopplers here. With that beam combo, I'd probably be doing the 2-2 and then a charge shot.
Yeah. Especially that first Doppler, he only got a total of 5 hits in.
Yeah. Looks like he's switching to the charge shots.
Yeah.
And nice 3-round there by Apathy Duck.
Seeing power bomb strats here on Dragon. The tried and true method.
You know, sometimes you have to just batter that shrimp with super missiles.
Especially if you're doing door rando. Doing stootless Dragon. That sucks.
Yeah, some of us just don't do things like door rando because we don't hate ourselves enough.
Speaking of which, in other news, kind of related to this, did you know Cerberoth was rewriting the door rando for us?
I did not. But I also don't play door rando, so you know.
It's okay. You'll eventually come back to the dark side.
That would imply I was ever there.
I've seen you've played some of the Link to the Past stuff with us.
I have. Alright, Rich taking on Vitreous.
Yeah.
Has those silvers, so not really a fight.
And as we suspected, Cutie is going to go ahead and grab supers. Well, I mean, to be fair, they are the super equivalent of Link to the Past, but
they are just... Not only are they silver arrows, they're just super. They are just plain super. No, yeah, you definitely want to grab those silvers here. Honestly, just because Master Sword Silverless is just the worst way ever to try to fight Ganon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's doable, but...
Who wants to do that?
yeah, you can, but you didn't. You have to ask yourself, but why? So that is it for G4 bosses for Orange.
And Orange is going for Apathy Duck. Going for Ice. I like this. You know, your teammate still has to catch up to you. Ice is literally right there. Why not?
And checking behind Bryn Reserve.
I don't think Duck was paying attention when he went across the Crumble Bridge.
Oh, maybe so.
I mean, you're 216 in, you're on your way to your final boss. Honestly, if I was in their position, I'd be feeling pretty good. Well, not if I was in Cutie's position. If I was in Cutie's position, I'd probably be in a pod right now. But as far as Duck's concerned, Duck's got to be feeling good.
Oh, absolutely. You are heading for your final boss. And you now have full beam combo to do it.
Yeah.
As well as more E-tanks than you could, you know, ever reasonably want.
Yeah, at this point, if you don't do baby skip, these E-tanks are... this amount of E-tanks is a detriment. So the way the 2v2 works is basically they're playing the same seed, it's not a multi-world, and they both have to finish. It's the team time is whoever is the last to finish.
Right, but the teams are in voice chat with themselves.
Yeah, they're
sharing information.
Sharing information, yeah. Dude's just got GT and Mother Brain remaining. Yep.
I don't remember where the big key was, but I'm sure Apathy Duck told Cutie.
Is on right side, along with Spacer, which I believe Cutie will probably pick up. Probably grab this red mill, grab the key, and then go straight to Hopper.
That's true. Cutie can grab Spacer and Wave pretty effortlessly here.
That's not funny. The only reason I laugh is because I literally walk off those platforms all the time. I could make a video showcasing how not to play SMZ3. And it would be a very good video of how not to play SMZ3. In other news, there's a baby skip going on.
There is. And nicely done by Apathy Duck.
Very nicely done.
Does not get caught up. Oh, there's high jump boots for Cutie. I'm terrible at baby skip. I get it probably 1 out of every 10 times or so that I try it.
I watched a video on how to do baby skip and then never actually gave it any tries because we were getting ready to do a practice race that day. Cutie having a little bit of trouble here with this room. Deciding to clear out the enemies first, definitely not a bad call.
Yeah, this is a room that you can get trolled kinda hard.
Yeah. Like most things in Link to the Past, when it goes bad, it goes bad.
Meanwhile, Apathy Duck already on Mother Brain 2. It's only gonna take 20 shots with that full beam combo.
More than enough health here.
They go for the...
Yeah, you don't want to drop below 70 tanks if you're going to do stand-up. Obviously, you don't have to do stand-up, but it does save a little bit of time.
Right. Though, if you're the first runner on your team that's going to finish, stand-up's going to save you less time because... Or, it's not really going to save your team any time.
Yeah.
And... There we go. Does look like Duck is going to go ahead and go... Ooh.
That was ambitious.
Playing dangerous.
I have died to those chicken legs before, more than once.
Those legs will murder you. Mother Brain's legs have no remorse.
None. No iframes from those things.
So Rich just has to finish up Skull Woods before heading towards GT. Orange heading into GT now. Beauty gonna grab the free ferry here.
Yeah, I would. You're doing Master Sword Gauntlet.
That's true.
Very nice stand-up glitch from Apathy Duck.
It's like 5, only needed 5 hyper beam shots, and let the chicken heads hit the floor.
Yep. Also, something interesting. Bombos takes approximately 10 seconds for the entire animation, and I, for one, am a big fan of bombosing every room in the Gauntlet because I hate Gauntlet. I hate all of GT, but I digress. If you can do the room faster than 10 seconds, it's faster to clear normally. If you can't, then Bombos is a pretty good secondary option.
As you're saying, just 7.
I swore I counted 10. Who knows? Maybe I'm dumb.
Cutie doing fire rod strats here on Lamellus. And Duck sparking up the climb.
Now here's the real question. Is Duck going to save the animals?
I mean, at this point you lose nothing, but I hope Duck murders the animals, which Duck is making the objectively correct decision, and murdering them.
But do we really not want Fusion to be canon now that there's a Fusion randomizer?
And Duck is our first GG with a time of 2:23:45. So that's 2 out of 4 Gs for Team Corndog.
It's okay, AG. Before things are said and done, I'm gonna get you to play Fusion Randomizer.
Orange, meanwhile, is scouring GT for that big key, which we know is on the right side.
Yeah. I am curious to see if the sword's gonna be over here in Rando Room or the back. Beauty picking up Wave Beam. No reason not to.
Absolutely. Now has Charge Ice Wave Spazer for Mother Brain. Much more comfy than just Charge Ice.
Yep. You're right, it probably is in Turtle Rock.
Everything good is always in Turtle Rock.
Except when you need it to be. And then it's not.
And then nothing good is in Turtle Rock.
Orange having a little trouble with Armos on ice there. But recovers nicely.
Oh, Orange did not get silvers.
I mean, that makes sense. You know, you and your partner both have Tempered Sword. Well, your partner's picking up Tempered Sword right now, but you both have Tempered Sword. So depending on how this goes, if Cutie struggles with Master Sword Ganon, there is a chance that Clay Nutsy can come back.
He would have to struggle fairly hard, but it's 100% possible. I know Cutie has a couple of bottles, but I don't know that he ever bought, filled them with anything.
I don't believe I ever saw Cutie go to Bottle Bender.
It would require a hard struggle.
Yeah.
Really being on that struggle bus, but it's a distinct possibility. But we'll have to see.
Let's see if it happens. Cutie dropping in.
First doing Master Sword, using those spin strats.
I remember there was one time I was featured on a SpeedGaming race for Link to the Past, and the go mode for that race was Master Sword. And I didn't know you had to do spin hits for Master Sword Ganon. I didn't think spin or Master Sword worked on Ganon, so I forfeited that race. That was a little embarrassing.
I have nothing but respect for people who are good at dodging bats, because I'm not.
Same. I hate bats. I hate Ganon. I hate the entire endgame of Link to the Past, and I don't care much for the rest of the game either, if I'm being honest.
Tell us how you really feel.
It's a good randomizer. Oh, does Cutie have another bottle?
He might only have picked up the one. Nope, he's got two.
We clearly missed a trip to buy some blue potion. But I trust Cutie knows what he's doing. And I trust things are fine despite the freeze we have here.
Yep, getting some frame dropping, but...
Made it through the bat phase. Worst of the Ganon phases.
Just needs... Gets a torch glitch.
It's the silverless hit, I believe.
I believe you are right. Two arrows.
Getting some pretty troll locations for Ganon, but that's fine. Last arrow in the kidneys. Ganon is down.
That is 3 Gs for Team Corndog. They just need Cutie to go finish off Mother Brain. And that'll be the 4th G.
Oh, silver strats on Lamela's from Rich, very nice. Orange finishing up Moldorm.
When the silver strats on Lamela's work, it's so beautiful. When you just see somebody just fire 3 arrows and boom, now Lamela's gone.
Yeah. But it's also super laggy.
Beauty cares not for lag.
No, but I think racers do.
Orange starting up Aga.
Oh, almost hits the ball.
Gets a triple.
And a double, very nice.
Doing some real work here on Aga.
Clearly, I need Orange to teach me how to do Aga there, because I struggle on that fight.
And Cutie does turn on Spazer. So now has that nice charge Ice Wave Spacer in addition to 55 supers. Should have no issues with Mother Brain.
Rich having a little trouble here getting the bomb in the correct position.
Cutie with a beautiful Metroid Room 1. It's controlled a little bit by Rinkas in Metroid Room 2.
It's so satisfying to watch people that are good at Super Metroid just play the game.
Especially Metroid rooms, when really well done, are just beautiful.
Yeah. Orange making short work of the first 3 phases of Ganon.
Having that tempered sword.
Yeah.
Gets the torch glitch. Cutie gets the baby skip. Nicely done. He's got excitement going on all screens right now. Well, I guess except for Apathy Duck. There's no excitement on that screen.
I mean, look at those times. Those are some pretty exciting times.
No doubt they are quality times, but it's still just a list of times. I don't know that excitement is the right word.
And Cutie going for the in Mother Brain's face strat. Classic.
Didn't quite land in the right spot, but still finishes off Mother Brain 1 without any trouble. Orange puts out the first G for Clan Nutsy.
Rich right behind him.
Yeah, Rich starting the Ganon fight. Cutie doing those missile strats, which I love against Mother Brain 2.
Whatever makes you happy.
You know, killing Mother Brain 2 with 180 missiles just makes me happy. I understand it's a terrible way to do it, but it still makes me happy. Cutie not going for stand-up. Doesn't have plasma, making stand-up Like, yeah, you've got the full beam combo, you can take off a couple of shots of hyper beam, but if you don't have plasma, it never feels worth it.
If John was here, he would say that stand-up saves time regardless because of optimal positioning, but, you know, that's splitting hairs.
Yeah. And he would be correct, technically.
Technically.
There's another G for Clan Nutsy, Rich finishing off Ganon.
Yep. I mean, at this point, from Cutie's point of view, you're at not even 2 hours 40 minutes in, you're on your last boss. Probably feels okay not doing stand-up.
Orange gets tagged by the last Metroid in room 3 and does not have Morph Ball bombs to get it away.
Yep, unfortunate.
Meanwhile, Cutie shooting Mother Brain in her stupid face for having killed the baby.
And we see Rich on their way to Turian.
Does not remember to skip the missiles. But since there's no item fanfare, you don't lose much.
Yeah.
Cutie making its way through escape. As Orange gets tagged by the baby. Spark up the climb. Will Cutie save the animals? I don't expect so. No, Cutie makes the objectively correct decision. Murdering the animals, making fusion not canon, and saving time. And performs the final G, the fourth G, for Team Corndog.
Yep.
finishing with a time of 2:38.11. That is a GG to Team Corndog. And we are joined by Apathy Duck.
Yo, what's up?
GG.
GG.
There he is.
And there's Cutie. GG.
Thank you.
So, how did you all feel about that scene?
We felt like we were doing okay. Honestly, I think if we had known about Varia, like we would have, like, because Cutie was already planning on heading to, the mire area with the lava dive when he was in Norfair before I actually got the desert. So if we knew about Varia, we would have been beelining that way sooner.
Yeah, I mean, we also played this incredibly safe. Like, in any regular situation, we probably don't have Duck check the front of Meridia that early without any items, and then I probably don't even do, I for sure don't do Plasma Beam, and probably don't even check Shack Tool with, like, no movement items.
Yeah, like we spent some time early game, and then like it kind of got obvious that something had to have been like at least in that North area or the Mire area, so we were sort of heading there. And like once I checked both of the tablets, like we knew the book wasn't required, so there wasn't any reason for Cutie to do pod. Just that sword was terrible. Like that was the one thing. Where, like, oh, you're never getting that, huh? So
yeah,
I mean,
but he like.
We never saw the fourth sword. Nobody ever found it.
Yeah, like we were planning on, before I found that Varia, the plan was actually for Cutie to like mirror out of desert, go get his sword, go get Screw Attack, and then Hell Run the rest of Lower Norfair.
Yep.
At that point. But you know, Varia, I mean, I'm thinking like Varia or Mitz kind of had to be there. So like that was kind of the plan, because like we had our ammo and our health was pretty good. Like our ammo was really good. Our health was okay. And then when I got the 3 E-tanks and super that was in Hookshot Cave, like kind of gave me a laugh. Like, I mean, we ended up not having a hell run, but if we did, that would have been infuriating for all that stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all did spend quite a bit of time pretty low on E-tanks.
Yeah, like the Meridia super early with no health, like is pretty bad. Like,
I mean,
and then he found ice, which was like, okay, I could have gone to Dragon, and then he found Hookshot, and then I was like, okay, like we can do Swamp. Fortunately, like we kind of realized, like, well, Moon Pearl can't be Hookshot locked, so I can. Once he found that Hookshot, the plan was as soon as we find Moon Pearl was to just for me to go do Swamp, because we knew I could just backdoor and everything. So, but yeah, we ended up like full. I don't even know. Like we had Spike Cave left, and I think that's it. Like we full clear.
And I mean, and all the myth stuff, because myths were.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying before go mode, like places that could have. Yeah. I mean, Akafis could have been Lower Norfair Escape, which shout outs to Hoda Ruby, by the way. That was.
Yeah, no, absolute shout outs to Hoda Ruby. That guy saved our life.
Yeah, it was real dicey there.
I could have sat there like a baby.
Well, what I would have done is I would have just taken off Speed Booster and tried to do the low percent ice dodges that I've never practiced before in my life.
Yeah, I'm sure those would be fine. Did you save on the way out? I saved because I was like,
of course not.
Jesus.
Cutie, save in Super Metroid? That's crazy talk.
I
mean, I saved for him.
Yeah, I mean, my Ridley was terrible. Like, I went in with so much health, and like, it's speed, no high jump, and Ridley do not make good bedfellows. So
it's true.
Yeah.
And then like just plasma's what, 300 damage? Charge plasma is 300. So like I didn't really have a count going to like know exactly when Ridley was dead. So
I think it's 450.
450
for just plasma. Yeah.
It's 40 shots. I know that.
Yeah. So it's really
4,000. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
I am not in. I know full beam and I know full spacer beam, and that's like it. Those are the two that I know. Oh, and I know just wave is 150.
Just wave is twice as much. Yeah. That's my spacer.
Yeah, I know charge multiplies it by 3, and so.
But yeah, I think the big thing about this season in general was just we just played it ultra safe, because the big thing that would screw us is if we skipped something that was important. So
yeah,
we made a lot of decisions that I don't think we would have made playing, in other situations.
Yeah, we thought we probably had a little bit of advantage going on this one, so we just, we don't want to... Of course, the one we ended up kind of abandoning Agina, which is the thing that...
Yeah.
Not Nagina necessarily, but, we would have checked that out.
Yeah, right. We tried to play safe and ended up the one thing didn't.
I was just kind of thinking, because the way we were progressing, it's like, it didn't feel like Agina was anything, and like I just didn't necessarily think like, oh, well, I also get the Desert Scout, and we can hell run to that. So I think if I put 2 and 2 together, I would have done Agina a lot sooner. So that's kind of on me. Because I was thinking like I was being dumb. I was thinking we had to do like the high jumpless lava dive, like with like I don't know why we had gravity suit, and I don't know what my brain was doing. So I was just like, oh, this is good. Like I know Cutie can do it. Like we both can do it. But like even in the rando, you still take a lot of damage like that without Varia. And he was like, "Oh, I just space jumped up there." I'm like, "Oh yeah!" Like, and even without that, you can gravity jump. And I was like, I don't know what I was thinking. So it would have been a super easy hell run. Honestly, even if I think I knew that, I think I would have been pushing us to do the hell runs sooner, because like he was a little bit worried about going all the way to Ridley because we had flute already. As long as we could dig out the mire area. Like, we know we would have had mitts to be able to come back there. We wouldn't have the double lava dive it. So I think putting off Upper Norfair into, like, that lava dive was probably, like... Because even if I don't scout it, if I kind of lean on him to do that a little earlier, I think, then we get it that way. And it's fine.
I mean, going... Because, like, as soon as he kind of left front of Meridia, I found Ice Beam and did the rest of Meridia. And, like, yeah, we did find the hook shot there, but, like... Honestly, that hookshot didn't even lead us to that much. So
yeah,
I mean that is hindsight.
Hookshot didn't lead us to anything. Like, I mean, I was able to do.
I mean, like you can talk. That is hindsight. So you can like talk hindsight, but I don't necessarily think that. I think that in future matches we would probably not play it this way. And God, the wreck ship play, I swear it never works out.
Yeah, it's true. If you
nothing
there,
we pretty much always like when we get morph, I pretty much always just direct ship right away because I figure no one else is gonna do it that early. So if it's got some good items in it, then it's a big advantage. But it's like it just never does.
It also, especially in co-op, it makes it like it easier to split up the early SM stuff because I can like open Kraid and then he can do wreck ship and then like we have more time to get power bombs for Brinstar. So. Like I think in co-op, especially with Cutie, just like he's not going to lose that much time doing it.
I mean, the main thing is,
this
time I kind of did, but
yeah, like a lot of times we'll skip sky missiles, and I'll just come clean them up later if necessary. But like, again, we were kind of playing
and I did check sky missiles this time just because we were playing safe. In a normal situation, I would have just skipped those, and then like, Duck would clean up wreck ship and grab those because if they are something important, we'll probably be bottlenecked to it eventually, unless it's like a medallion. If it's a medallion, then we're screwed. But
well, I mean, you can just come back and get it then. It's a fixed cost.
And I do want to come back to that, but ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by Orange as well, and Rich is getting ready to join us. GG.
GG,
wait
guys.
for Rich to get up here. There we go. GG, Rich. So, what was your all's opinion of the scene?
If this was a solo scene, this would be very funny. Putting
nice mitts location.
Like putting the book where it is to lead to Varia and Plasma and your third sword, that's very cheeky.
Yeah, yep. That's along with some of the practice seeds that I've done, so yeah.
Well, if it's solo, you're gonna have more equipment and you can do the hell run easier, right? So like I was thinking you guys just skipped book. I was a little surprised that you guys both had it at the end.
The overall plan was to get me to Dark World as quickly as possible, and then I would try to full clear as much as Link to the Past as I could, and basically generate a spoiler log for Rich, because he's stronger at Metroid and I'm stronger at Link to the Past. so we could just give each other spoiler logs and we're all set.
Sounds familiar.
So I found the book, and that ultimately ended up being, well, required, because I certainly can't do the Grand Hell run.
Well, you just needed to get the GT, though, right?
You just need to get a GT.
Yeah, like, if you knew where that Varia is, you knew all you had to do was get the GT. Right, that's not too bad.
Yeah, that's essentially the goal.
Yeah, that's why. Because we didn't see it. We actually saw it when, because I got the book. We kind of were doing something similar. I got the book, and I was
already in my area when he found Varia.
Yeah, we were planning on sending him down there anyways, and just so happened that Varia was there, and I ended up getting it first. But like, if you saw it there, you could be like, oh, I can do this hell run, because you just space jump up there, and it's not too bad.
Yeah. I, on the other hand, saw Varia like with my first 20, 30 minutes because I flew to the cave. I was like, huh, hey, look, Varia's here.
Oh, yeah, we did not know. We
didn't
know
know
until we picked it up at like 2 hours.
I honestly, I was like going to I was leaving desert, and I was just like gonna go like hop down to Gina. I was like, oh, I never checked the ledge. And I was like, oh, it's Varia. Fun fact.
We had an interesting starvation of items between us. Orange was power bomb starved. That was really unfortunate. He had to farm some things. So the path I took was things he could just straight up avoid, but it gave me a bunch of power bombs.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. The hand was missing a lot of E-tanks, which means I couldn't stand up.
Thing, because in this co-op mode, you're not going to get nearly as much ammo and E-tanks as you would. So it turns out that by never having to touch Blue Bryn and the front of Meridia, which is where all the power bombs were, I was going to do the whole seed on only 15.
Yeah.
And that came back to haunt me in Lower Norfair.
I think I also made a very, very funny mistake. If I died in bowling, by the way. I was like, oh, I can just tank the spikes. Oh no, I got double hit by one. Oh no, this is going wrong.
That also sounds familiar.
Yep.
Someone.
Hey, I didn't die. I was. You told me it was fine. No, I was upset because I took 3 hits instead of 2.
Yeah, that is upsetting.
Those spikes will do
upsetting.
that. Those spikes will do that to you. Be careful. They're very unassuming. And then like when you think you can brute force them, you take double or triple hits. Oh well, that happened to me.
Yeah, Cutie was complaining. He was like, I only have 15 health. I'm like, you leave with 15 health all the time in New Route. What are you talking? What are you complaining about?
I got hit an extra time, man. Like, come on. I was being greedy and I got punished. Like, it's like that saying, you know, when you're reaping, you're loving it. And
you did the D-boost.
Yeah.
You did the D-boost. Okay, that's a little more.
Well, I just got greedy and ran too far.
Last
one.
I also did the same thing.
Yeah, when you're reaping, you're loving it, and then when you start sowing, it's the worst thing in the world.
I had like my best Phantoon time ever, like earlier this week, and I did the same thing where I had like 1 too many arm pumps, and then I died in bowling. I was so mad.
Aww.
Yeah, I was just getting really greedy. I wanted to get the perfect morph into the hands.
I think I had like a hit. It was like that was my second.
That was my second time at 15 health in Rex Show.
I had like sub 9 power bombs, like first try high jump. Two round Phantoon, and then I ate it in bowling alley. I was just like, I'm done. I'm doing something else.
You guys are talking all this advanced SM tech, and I'm sitting here like, I just entered this tournament because I wanted to do something fun with a friend of mine who runs Metroid.
Yeah, no, the funny thing about this seed is like our practice were atrocious. This actual run was actually a lot better because we corrected some really glaring mistakes since our practice runs. Orange here is a way stronger Link to the Past runner, and I'm stronger at Super Metroid than he is. We have this weird dynamic where we're both only really good at one game, and we try to stay in our lanes.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think it was very apparent throughout this run that I am not all that comfy with Super Metroid.
It's gotten better now, but that's the last co-op tournament. That was Duck and I. To the extreme, as extreme as it gets. That was Duck and I in the last one.
I basically had to crash course our practice runs, crash course Orange. In case hard tricks come up, I will tutor you in these things in case they come up.
Speaking of, I gotta remember to teach Cutie a Houlihan right after this.
I don't know why it didn't work, okay?
Because you moved up. I told you, you probably moved up on the screen before it.
So fun thing to note about that, and I didn't know this till I rewatched the last qualifier. If you go up, you have two options. You can either go in the cave, or you can go up and touch the trees. If you do either of those, hula head should work regardless of your movement in the previous screens.
Oh, I knew about going in the cave.
I ended up having to do the tree touch method because
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why it didn't work, and
didn't
I was
position
just
my
like-
camera correctly.
I was just like, screw it. If that minute I wasted is why we lose, then you know what? That's why we win.
I didn't know there was a tree touch method. I just do the consistent thing where I just hug against the graveyard wall and just walk straight to the water and just do that.
Well, Rich, you mainly just want to get your camera as high as possible before you start your hula hand, and entering the cave is one way of doing it.
Yeah.
Right. I know the cave method. I didn't know the tree one.
The cave just normal, and like you only need 3 jumps, I think, with the cave as opposed to 4 if you come from the bottom.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's the
Also,
other way, you need 4 from the cave and only 3 if you come. I always just do 4 because whatever. Like,
the
I mean,
other
4
thing
at least
is,
guarantees it's gonna work.
yeah.
Yeah,
The other
something
thing
like that.
is, you can pay attention to the bottom of the screen, and as you're jumping off, you'll see it slowly go down less and less. So that's another good way you can tell if the hula hand is going to work or not.
yeah, you can if you actually have a queue. You can just
If
kind
that Chris Houlihan is alive, why
The funny thing about that room is just like the kid won a Nintendo contest to be in a video game, and he just put him in a debug room, an error check room, which is the funniest thing. Legally counts, I guess, right? He's technically in a video game.
Well, it's
Yes.
something like he never actually responded, or it was something weird, and they just kind of like hucked it in there. But yeah,
Yeah, it ended up being super popular with the randomizer, but something most people probably don't know about in the regular game.
it's used in low percent.
His legacy lives on as a way to get money really early.
It's used in low percent, and it's used in Hundo RMG. Well, it might not be in Hundo RMG. Well, sometimes it depends on like how much money you have. But you can...
Oh, I can't wait to watch Josh try to optimize the hula hand room.
Josh is washed, dude. What are you talking? He's playing like Zooter and.
I will say, I'm
Some RNG.
glad that the path went the way it is between Orange and I. I mean, it was bad that he was lacking power bombs, but he had a lot more E-tanks to be comfy with. Where I just had like basically any percent levels of E-tanks to do the rest of the game. Just I'm fine with because I used to run 80% a long time ago.
Yeah, when we used to do this, it would always be the reverse, where I would have all the Link to the Past equipment, Q would have all the SM equipment. We're like, we really wish we could switch. It'd be great.
I mean, it was like that for part of this. What, my Ganon was 9 hearts Master Sword. I mean, I had blue potions and like red mail, so I like wasn't even trying to play it safe. I was like tanking fire bats because I was like, whatever, because I had the potions. But like,
See, we missed you going and buying those potions, so we were like, this is getting kind of Monka S.
oh no, I went and I bought them right before Ice Palace, which was my last dungeon. I just like flew into 2 right before I flew into Ice Palace, and I don't know why that happened because I dropped 0 frames the entire time, so I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I personally always take potions of me going to GT. I'm not confident at like GT and Ganon himself, and unlike Orange here, he'll just walk straight into it and just blitz it.
Alright, but yeah, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go ahead and start closing down here. Again, shout outs to the racers. They put on an incredible show for us. And yeah, shout outs to Cheese for last minute joining me for co-coms.
Yeah, I got approved to commentate like 5 minutes before the race started. Shout outs to Cross Product for getting me approved real quick.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Nightwolf for commentating and inviting me. Shout outs to Link Force for tracking. A single person tracking 4 very disparate routes is not easy. And
Yeah, for real. It is not easy.
Link Force did a great job. She rocked it.
But that's going to do it for us. Let me see if I can find a schedule. Let's take a look here. So, the next race we have coming up will be tomorrow. We have 2 races starting at the same time. We have Young Chaos versus Order of the Elephant, and then we have, not team names, we have Lack Attack and F. Coughlin versus BF Robber and Crokemeyer. The first race is going to be on SpeedGaming 3. The second one's going to be on SpeedGaming. Those will both be starting at 8:10 p.m. Eastern. So be sure to tune in for that. And yeah, that's what I got.
Hey, that's more than I got.
Y'all have a good night, and we will see you next time.
Have a good one, everybody.
Good night. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for
the
joining us.
stream, and thanks to SpeedGaming for making all this possible.